I'm Anil Kumar sharing with you question number 8, page 304 from Nelson 5.6 Rates of Change in Rational Functions. The demand function for snack cakes at a large bakery is given by p of x equals to 15 over 2x squared plus 11x plus 5. The x units are given in thousands of cakes and the price p of x is in dollars. Find revenue function for the cakes. Estimate marginal revenue for x equals to 0.75 and estimate marginal revenue for x equals to 2.00. Now, let us first understand what is a revenue function. Most of my students are having difficulty in understanding the terms. So let's understand the terms and then we'll see how to solve this question, right? Now, whenever a price function is given to you, we sometimes call also this function as demand function. So whenever a price or demand function is given to you, then the revenue is number of items times price. Okay. So revenue function will be, let us say R of x will be equals to x times p of x. Now p of x is given to us 15 divided by 2x squared plus 11x plus 5. So x times that will give us revenue function. So we can write this revenue function as 15x divided by 2x squared plus 11x plus 5. Okay, so that's the revenue function. Now part B is estimate the marginal revenue. Marginal revenue is rate of change of revenue. Now when they say for x equals to 0.75, remember the question says x units in thousands of cakes. So 0.75 means 750 cakes. Now when we say estimate marginal revenue, that means revenue when the number of cakes sold is one more than this, right? Or you can say when you sell 750 first cake, right, at that time what is the revenue you make? That is what marginal revenue is. Okay, so rate of change at this point 0.75. So and then we have estimate marginal revenue at 2. That means the marginal revenue which you actually get when you sell the 2000th cake. So in that case I should have taken 749 cakes to. Okay, now let us understand the term marginal revenue. Marginal revenue for x equals to 0.75, where 0.75 x is in thousands represent 750th cake piece. Do you understand? So when 750th cake piece is sold, what is the revenue made on that piece? This is what the marginal revenue at 0.75 means, right? If you get that as a positive, that means you are still making some profit, and if you get negative, then it means that the revenue is declining, right? So, or rather declining revenue I should say, not profit or loss at this stage. So let's figure out how to calculate marginal revenue. So marginal revenue, let me say marginal revenue when x equals to 0.75 will be revenue from x to 0.75 minus revenue from the previous ones, which is 49, right? Because that is the unit which has been sold, and previous to that we'll compare it with that unit. So this will be 0.75 minus 0.749. So that will give us the marginal revenue for x equals to 0.75. So we can substitute the value here and find the answer, correct? So let's calculate this expression for x equals to 0.75 first, and then we will calculate it again for 0.749. Okay, so what we have here is 15 times 0.75 divided by, let's put it in brackets, 2 times within brackets 0.75 brackets square plus 11 times 0.75 plus 5 bracket close equal to, we get 18 over 23 on this, right? So we'll write here 18 over 23, take away, we'll do the same calculation by 0.749, right? So 15, so let's clear it. 15 times 0.749, that is in the numerator, divided by, within brackets, 2 times 0.749 whole square plus 11 times 0.749 plus 5 bracket close equals to, that gives us 0.7823, okay, divided by this difference. So let me take the difference of the numerator first, right? So I already have this approximate figure. From it I'll subtract 18 divided by 23 bracket close equals to, and I'll write with the negative sign, right? And this number I'm dividing by 0.75 minus 0.749, and that gives me 0.2816, right? So that is what it gives me, 0.28. So I just calculated all these values using the calculator itself. So let me just write this as. So that's the marginal revenue. That means approximately you make 28 cents on the 750th cake piece which you sell. That's what it means, correct? So let's again find the marginal revenue, and this time we'll do for x equals to 2, that is part C, okay? So we are trying to find R of 2 minus R of 1.999, right? So 1 less than 2000, that is what we're trying to say, and this will be 2 minus 1.999, so 1000th, right? So that is our ratio. So let's find what is R of 2. So we'll again use the same value and then find it out. So it is 15 times 2 in the numerator divided by, within brackets, 2 times 4, 2 square, plus 22 plus 5 bracket close equals to 6 over 7. Let me write 6 over 7 minus, now this time we'll do with 15 times 1.999 equals to, divided by, within brackets, 2 bracket 1.999 bracket close square plus 11 within brackets 1.999 bracket close plus 5 bracket close equals to, it gives me 0.8571. So since it's a big number, I prefer to do calculations once again, right? Minus, I'm using opposite sign. We have to be very careful when we do it in the reverse way. Bracket close divided by, within brackets, we have 2 minus 1.39 equals to, so we get minus 0.36. So we get minus 0.36. Let me write here thousandths, right? So 0.001. Okay, so that is what we get when we do the calculation. So as you can see very clearly in part B, we got that we are actually, revenue is increasing, correct? Rate of change in revenue is higher, and at this point it is decreasing. So the graph of revenue is, money is always coming, correct? But the graph of the revenue is kind of like this at this instance. So somewhere in between or less than, it's just trying to decrease at this stage. So this point is kind of on the right side of the peak. If this is my peak, then 2000 or x equals 2 is on the right side of the peak, whereas 0.75 is on the left side of my revenue function, right? So revenue is definitely positive, but it is on the decreasing side, right? So maybe anyway. So that's kind of the function it is, right? I'm just saying close to the values which we are considering. Don't think that this is my graph for the rational function. It doesn't really look like that. But anyway, the middle part is kind of this for the revenue function, which we are talking about here. Is it okay? So that's what it means. Now understand one thing, marginal revenue is the revenue, is a change in revenue which you are making at that instance of time, right? So let's write here, marginal revenue is change in revenue or rate of change at that instance. Okay, so therefore we took one less than the 75th item, I mean 0.75 in x values. That means 750th item was sold. At that time, what was the change in revenue, right? So at that time, the revenue was kind of increasing by 28 cents. And when 2000th item was considered, at that time revenue was sliding down, right? That is what it means. I hope you understand and appreciate the concept. Thank you.